You will never get a good grade in GCSE Maths if you keep getting stuck on questions involving the sine rule and the cosine rule. The number one thing you need to remember is this. If your question involves opposite angles and opposite sides, you use the sine rule. If your question involves two sides and the angle between them, or all three sides and you need to find an angle, you use the cosine rule. Let's start with the sine rule. The formula is a over sine A equals b over sine B. Remember, the lowercase letter is the side and the uppercase letter is the angle directly opposite that side. Let's start with an example. In this question, we are given a triangle. Angle A is 40 degrees, side A is 10 cm and side B is 15 cm. We need to find angle B. Notice we are dealing with opposite sides and opposite angles, so we use the sine rule. We write 10 over sine 40 equals 15 over sine B. Now cross multiply. Gives sine B equals 0.964. So B equals the inverse sine of 0.964, which gives us B equals 74.6 degrees. Now let's move on to the cosine rule. For our second example, we know two sides and the angle between them, and we need to find the opposite side. The formula is a squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc times cos A. Suppose we have a triangle where B is 7 cm, C is 9 cm and angle A between them is 60 degrees. We plug in a squared equals 7 squared plus 9 squared minus 2 times 7 times 9 times cos 60. That gives a squared equals 67. Therefore, a equals the square root of 67, which is 8.19 centimeters. Now for our third example. This time we know all three sides and we need to find an angle. We rearrange the cosine rule to find the angle. The formula becomes cos A equals b squared plus c squared minus a squared, all divided by 2bc. Let's say our three sides are 5 centimeters, 8 centimeters and 9 centimeters. And we want to find the angle opposite the 9 centimeter side. So A is 9 and B and C are 5 and 8. We plug in. Cos A equals 5 squared plus 8 squared minus 9 squared divided by 2 times 5 times 8. That gives cos A equals 0.1. Therefore, A equals the inverse cosine of 0.1, which gives us A equals 84.3 degrees. Try solving the question shown on the screen. Once you have your answer, write it in the comment section below. Thank you.